Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the video. I am finally getting to my Assassination Classroom Season 1 full spoilery review, and I am going to talk about it in non-spoiler bits for a little bit, so those of you who haven't seen the whole show can go watch up to that point and then go off and watch the show and come back, but then I'm going to get into spoilers. I will let you know before we do that. So yeah, let's talk about Assassination Classroom. In my first video I made, my early review that you can see right there up in the card, I loved it. I thought this show was great. It was goofy, silly, quirky, funny, bizarre, all the right hit things to hit for a show that should be really lighthearted. And then it still had depth, and I thought that was great. Continuing on to watch the show, like, they kept up that goofy, bizarre idea and like adding in different elements and all that stuff while still managing to, like, they kept mixing it up and kept adding in new stuff and kept throwing you for a loop and still like having a depth to the characters and like giving random like third D string like random background classmates like little bits of backstory and cool stuff. I thought that was really great. Like, they did a really good job of portraying everyone and like actually making an in-depth world, and they expanded that with like bringing in new people and like bringing in new bad guys and so on and so forth like that. I thought it was a really good job. So if I lean, I'm checking how long I'm recording because my microphone cable's right in front of that. But I thought that was really great. They do a really good job of actually diversifying like the storylines and the different character elements and all that kind of stuff. And it adds up to just a really engaging, interesting show. But obviously, I can't really talk about it more without spoiling it for you guys. So if you don't want spoilers, and go watch the show in a second. Before you do, if you want to see more of my stuff, hit that subscribe button. It'd be really awesome. Like if you like, and comment down below about what you think, or maybe come and comment back when you're done. But until then, till you come back after you subscribe to my channel, then we're going to talk about spoilers. Boom! Spoilers! Right now, we are getting into spoilers from this point on. Don't watch the show if you don't want to spoil. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom! Let's go! So, Assassination Classroom. This show is great. Obviously, like I said, when I mean the interplay between the characters, like, I mean how the students are actually building like a legitimate relationship. Students and Kuro-sensei, the teacher, are building a relationship with each other. They're building a relationship with their teachers, like the assassination chick that comes in and decides she actually doesn't want to be a super bitch and like wants to hang out and try and educate these kids. Gruff assassination government man, he's like a cool guy, and like all the actual like interplay between the characters and how that works, and you see them develop as kids and how they develop as like murderers and shit like that, and they still keep it light and funny and all these elements they added. And like the trip to when they took a trip to Tokyo or whatever that was, like around mid-season, that was really cool because you got to see them like out of their element. Like you got to see the fruits of the labor of not just, yeah, okay, we're going to Tokyo, fun journey, try and kill me while we're there, but you actually got to see them like interact with other people, trying to like mug them and shit and other stuff going on. I thought that was really cool. Then they started like bringing in, when they started bringing in like bad guys, other characters, like Tentacle Head Kid, that was really cool because you see more, he's just a random like drop him in a couple times character, but he gets a lot more interesting in season 2 when you learn more about him. I won't spoil that. That's in the first like 3 episodes though, so you don't have to wait long. It's really interesting how they play this character and how they develop his storyline and why he's all tentacle heady. But I think my favorite character, and he's again like he's gonna be that like bad guy at the end of the show. That's what he ends up being. But that Takaoka guy, whatever the fuck his name is, he's like a colleague or something of gruff military guy that comes in to like help teach PE, and it turns out he's like a psychotic person. Like the way he trains people is by beating them up and like torturing them. So he decides he's going to teach these kids PE by calling them his children and fucking punching little girls in the stomach and trying to beat them bloody, like, by when they don't perform like as good as he wants them to. Like, the guy is fucking nuts. And not only do you see Kuro Sensei, like, about to lose his shit and kill the guy, but you also see there's this really cool exchange between, like, he's like, I am better than all of you, I can kick your ass, and if one of you with a real knife or with your fake knife can come and get me, I'll leave. Or like, but I'm better than you, clearly, because you're not good enough. And then Nagisa does that thing where he fucking walks in all, like, friendly-like and, you know, unthreatening, and then just like, fuck, I'm gonna stab you, and like hold a knife to your throat. And actually, that was with a real knife, and like that's where it throws for the loop how the guy's like really fucked up and all that shit. I think my battery's gonna die. And I think the way they did that was actually really cool. They used the whole like Takaoka guy coming in fucking with the students, and they use that to like work into that final Nagisa versus Takaoka fight, where he learns that special technique from Russian guy, the other Russian. He like, you show that he's like, he is a killer. He's still a kid, but like not just Kuro Sensei, but Takaoka fucked with them enough that like they're cold now. They have what it takes to kill. But then he like doesn't kill him because he pities him and all that shit. Like, you see what, like, this has done to the kids? And you're just like, oh, fuck, this kid is, like, it kind of lost his mind on some level. That whole final moment where he's, like, holding the knife to the fucker's throat, and he's like, thank you. Thank you for whatever. And the guy's, like, loses his mind. Takaoka loses his mind even more, and they've already beat... And... I thought that final fight was really fucking cool. Couple of things I would like to hit before I end the video. How they did the like how they developed how they tried to finally assassinate Kuro Sensei at the end of the video. That was really cool. The way they actually made it, like, they signed, the writers and stuff, they scienced out like this would actually be the best way to do it. And it was really fucking cool, and they planned it out and shit and all his like weaknesses. And then, boom, bomb drops. He has a fucking, like, actual bomb, almost, like, impenetrable ball form shit. Just say, fuck yo shit, another season of the show. And it was really cool. And then they went up to the tower and how they all, like, worked together to fight the bad guys and shit. Like, coordinating each other with, like, secret names and moving around the rooms and all that was really dope. Even how it wasn't just about them killing a teacher and them being kids. Like, they added a plot line of, he was teaching the kids, so let's talk about how he teaches them. They are the E-class, they are the rejects, they are the worst of the worst in this school. The undesirables of the school. They're the naughty kids, they're the violent ones, they're the dumb ones. Send them off to the reject room, and these kids still actually are getting smarter with this training. Like, the teacher actually wants to make these kids smarter, and then they do. They win this challenge against the fucking bad guys, the bad guy students of Class A and whatnot, and they get this award. Like, even the way they do that, like, the way they shot this scene of they're doing exams, but they draw and they animate it as if, like, instead of doing math, they're, like, fighting in a gladiator arena, and they're, like, there's, like, intimidation tactics and poisoning and all that, and it's, like, you're actually, like, adding more stuff in and, like, cool elements, just, like, an exam scene. Like, even how they told them about the exam, like, they do that stuff all the time, and then, like, one of the guy's buddies, the baseball guy's like, these guys are gonna try and get you, and then he goes into announcer voice, is like, and in this corner you have elite student number 1 who's really good at poetry, and in that corner you have the weird pedophile looking dude who's really creepy and handsy, and he likes math and he's really good at it. But the number 1, the student, the son of the president of the prime minister, principal of the school, whatever his name is, whatever the job title is the best of the best, and he's gonna come right at you and come kick you in the butt. And as they're on the phone, sorry, I like doing that voice. As they're on the phone with the guy, they're like, hey dude, why the fuck are you doing a voice? And he's like, oh shit, sorry. And they call out the joke they do in the show. I thought it was really cool. So he's actually doing the fucking voice. Like, just the little bits they added, that's what makes a show a 10 out of 10. Like, that's what takes, like, the best, like, a really, really good show. Like, take Chuck. and then add in all the nerdy bits and all like the inside jokes and all that stuff. That's what made Chuck a 10 out of 10. That's what's making this show a 10 out of 10. But guys, and we're back. If you couldn't tell, I just woke up, battery finally charged. Not the same day. But yes, let's get into it. If you guys want to see more of my stuff, I've done a review of Pacific Heat. I've done my early review of Assassination Classroom, and I got a few other things coming up, like Cowboy Bebop, probably Yuri on Ice, or Slam Dunk, getting into some anime like that, getting into not real shows, getting into live action stuff, 3% on Netflix, The Crown, and things like that. I'm deciding to save my review of Stranger Things till later, possibly till I actually finish the series. And I'll do some grand tour as soon as I've caught up on the latest episodes. But that's about it. If you guys want to see more of my stuff, hit that subscribe button right there. Hit that little bell so you can see get notifications when any of my stuff comes out. Leave a like if you like it, dislike if you dislike it, and start commenting down below and sharing this with your friends. Tell me what you want me to watch. Your opinions on my review, things you liked, things you disliked, what you thought about the show. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.